Epic. Wait, you all still in Epic? If you're somehow still in Epic, just do what I do and use her. She is one of the best hero for getting out of Epic solo in my opinion. How do I know? Because this guy told me. Ben, is using Natalia the best way to get out of Epic solo? See, why did I told you? Now for real though, Natalia is really good in Epic because the creatures in Epical Glory don't have any game sense at all. Like, what is up with these Epic players? Random items, no map awareness, all their heroes are squishy, they don't understand draft, and because they don't have any game sense, when Natalia goes invisible, no one will even notice. I mean, you know how it is in Epic, right? Most people here don't even pay attention to their surroundings, so it'll be really easy to win with Natalia here. You see, if you get distracted a bit when there's Natalia around, your HP will disappear. You zone out for even a little, your jungle will vanish. And when Natalia disappears, she will probably be at your base ending the game. These are the words that describe this annoying hero if someone played her properly. So for Natalia, all she needs to focus in the first 5 minutes is just be as annoying as possible. No need to join the team fights. Join the fight only to kidnap the gold laner or the jungler. Just keep targeting them until they're broke. That's basically how you use Natalia. And in every game, you'll always face two types of enemies. First, there are those you can eat. By that, I mean heroes that are squishy like marksmen, mages, supports, assassins, or some fighters that aren't super tanky like these guys. Now when you face these guys, don't play passively, just go all in on them. You say you're good, right? So don't be scared, especially once you hit level 4. If they're playing recklessly, just go for it and make sure you bully that hero until they're completely dominated by you. Turn them into your daily snack until their own team starts trash talking them. Like, that's it. How do I even explain it? That's all you have to do, just that. Simple, and done, you'll reach legend in no time. So instead of forcing yourself to play Fanny or Ling in Epic if you're slow with your hands and can't even get any kills with them, what's the point? But it's up to you though, do whatever you want. Anyway, why would this small cooking channel try to tell you what to do when you say you're already good? And that's if you're up against heroes you can eat. But if you're facing heroes you can't eat easily like Uranus, Badang, Esmeralda, Alice, where even if you hit them, they don't die easily, you gotta be patient. Don't get too cocky because from the start they're already strong and hard to kill. So what's important in the first 5 minutes is don't get caught, because even though you're hard to target, once your HP is low, you're gonna be super easy to kill. And if you die in the early game, you're losing big time. You lose a lot of gold, XP, and a ton of opportunity. So you gotta be patient when fighting those guys if you wanna win. And if you suddenly get ganked and there's no way out, just try to waste as much time as possible so that even if you die, your team can still gain something. Like maybe your enemies don't get to coordinate because they're all too focused on you, or maybe someone is pushing the other lane. If you're a roamer or an XP laner, you should already know this sacrificial tactic where you're willing to die for your team. So even if your enemies kill you, they're the one who lose in that situation. A man who fears getting judged more than failure will taste both. Or just do what I do when you're getting chased by a whole neighborhood. Most of you will likely die in this situation. But because of my quick thinking, equivalent to Alexander Graham Bell's genius, I can survive. And they'll be so confused about where I went. It's really that easy to make Epic players look dumb with Natalia. And I bet a lot of you probably hate Natalia because she's super annoying when she's on the enemy team. Because not gonna lie, I hate her too, and this is from the perspective of a jungler and a mid laner. Seriously, facing Natalia is unfair, because when you're up against her, you can't afford to get distracted, even for a bit. And even if you're not distracted, you still gotta be careful, because if you're not, you'll disappear again. That's what you'll feel when facing Natalia. And in Epic, the people here aren't really that aggressive. No one's checking the map, no one's protecting the jungler, the map is empty, it's dark, the gold laner gets ganked a lot, and the jungler's busy in the XP lane. And there are still a lot of selfish players who only focus on kills. Like, what's this? Why do you pick another mage? So it's gonna be really easy to turn things around here. Because you know the typical Epic players, right? They be like, objectives don't matter, my kills are better. God damn. That's usually how a lot of people play in Epic, thinking that they only need to focus on buffs and kills, not caring about turrets, lord, or the turtle. I mean, in the early to mid game, it's fine to go for kills. But if you don't focus on objectives or pushing the turrets, all those kills you got earlier are wasted. You could maybe get 30 or 20 kills, but if your turrets are the ones getting destroyed in the end, it's all useless. And because people are too focused on getting kills, that's when you can split push. Besides her huge damage, she is also super fast at moving around, so rotating and ganking even before level 4 is really easy. And if you pay really close attention, she is one of those heroes who can easily flip the game around. What I mean by that is like this. She can literally flip the game around. As you can see, I should have died here. But because Natalia's damage is just that crazy against squishy heroes, it's super easy to turn a sticky situation around. You see what I mean by how a kidnapper hero like Natalia is really good in Epic? Even someone like Benedetta, who's really hard to kill, becomes super squishy later on. So once you've done your job, like after you kidnap the core or even scare their marksman, you can go straight to split pushing to make the enemies even more confused. Because if they decide not to defend, their turrets will fall. But if they decide to defend, they'll split up, making the team fights way easier for your team. So it's a win-win for your friend. And this hero can be used to counter marksman because marksmen rely a lot on basic attacks. Right? When you play Natalia, no matter how long you're being attacked, as long as you're inside your smoke, you'll be immune to all basic attacks targeting you. So those marksmen everyone idolized in Epic are gonna be useless when you're around. Like, just wait until they aren't that close to their teammate, then attack them from the back and they'll end up dead. It's not just marksmen though, other squishy heroes are also super easy to kidnap by Natalia. And if you've done your job with Natalia, your game is going to be so much easier. You won't have to worry about the enemy gold laner getting ahead, and you won't have to worry about the enemy jungler getting fed. Because if you play Natalia correctly, you'll definitely snowball, and then your team can just farm and push while the enemy core struggles to scale because your team will definitely be far ahead than them. Now if you didn't get any kill because it was stolen, that's not an excuse for you to fall behind. You can still push or steal the enemy's jungle because Natalia is super fast at doing that. From the early game, she's already quick at stealing the enemy's jungle, so you'll still be able to get rich even if you didn't get any kill. And once you have your ultimate, every creep you kill will reduce your ultimate's recharge time by 50%. So it's really great if you like to steal the enemy's jungle like this. And you know, playing solo in Epic is always tricky. Like, if you pick a core hero that can carry like these guys, you'll always be fighting for it. And you'll be called selfish if you pick it, especially if your win rate is low. And if you pick an XP laner, you know that carrying with a hero built for tanking is kind of tricky. I mean, it's no problem if the team is good, but what if the core is dumb and useless? So, just pick a damage roamer. People in Epic don't want to use roamer anyway. But if you're going for a roamer, pick the one that can carry from the start so that even if you get stuck with a clueless team, at least you can still carry. And in the current meta, a lot of teams are running 3 cores, mid laner, gold laner, and jungler. So a kidnapper hero like Natalia, even if you're not seen, makes those core players play carefully. They'll keep their distance and stay in the back because if they get caught by Natalia, they're pretty much dead. Even if they survive, they'll be really low on health, so they play scared to avoid getting caught by Natalia. Now Natalia's job isn't just about dealing damage, but also to play with the enemy's mindset. So the enemy marksman or mage who usually play aggressively and act like they're strong, when there's Natalia around, they'll become super cautious. They'll keep their distance and constantly check their surroundings. I mean they should, but hey, this is Epic. What is map awareness? And this makes them play less optimally because they have to position themselves to avoid getting caught by your Natalia. And if I'm being honest, playing in Epic is a joke because when you try to play seriously, you lose. But the second you start trolling, you always win, no joke. But then when you try to play seriously again, you lose again. What the hell is wrong with this game? Seriously. Okay, back to the topic. If you're ever looking for a hero who's strong in 1v1, hard to kill, and really strong in the late game, just pick Argus.